Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little sunflowers. How are you on this fine, fine Sunday? Yep, Sunday, because baby Crone and I were just like all over the place on Friday. We had a wonderful time. And so those videos was a little bit too long, not too long, because there's nothing wrong with doing long videos. I gotta pull this down a little bit. It's nothing wrong with doing a little long videos, but we were tired. After like 2 hours, we were just fit to be tired. So we were going to do it yesterday, but baby Crone had a lot of work to do. So, you know, school was first. And then after that, then,
yeah, we're finally getting here.
So we're getting here today. Like I said, I'll do a Sunday or a Saturday, but this too shall pass when baby Crone's summer comes, and I don't have to worry about this. Oh no, because baby Crone will be having a job.
Yes, I'll be
in her field
tomorrow.
Really?
Yes, that's when I meet with my advisor.
Oh,
yes.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, you know, there's a lot of talk been going on about little Uzi Vert. And about how he is, I'm just going to say it, a Satanist, and how he, I'm putting it in my own words, conjure up the devil, evil spirits at his concert. He told his audience that, yes, babe?
I was just saying, allegedly.
Well, everything is allegedly, but this isn't alleged. I'm just paraphrasing in a way that is comfortable for me. And they're saying this, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I can be real anal. But anyway, about a few things. Not a lot. Anyway, what else I want to say about him? Baby Crone, talk. Say something. Help me while I take a sip.
Okay, well, I just looked it up. He is a Leo. I was curious about his zodiac sign, which is very fitting because at his concerts, you do see him use a lot of fire. So I think that just goes hand in hand for him being a fire sign. However, they do feel as though he is worshiping the devil, not only because of his lyrics and the way his stage is performed, but also by the fact of how he dresses and apparently has a pentagram on his pants in one concert, which Lady Crone and I did a little bit of investigating because you do see pentagrams, which are...
Let me do that.
Okay.
Unless you're going to do it all, you can take it.
No, I wasn't going to do it all.
Then don't touch it.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, finish. Sorry, guys. That's another one. But go ahead.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
That's all you got to say?
Yeah.
So anyway, it is allegedly that he said, they asked him, do he worship the devil? Well, he says that he doesn't worship the devil and that he comes from or Satan or Lucifer. He said he comes from a very religious family, that I do believe, and that I think he worshiped the Baphomet.
Yes.
That is what he worshiped. And, you know, it is long-standing that the Baphomet is this evil being. It could be like any faith, like any religion, but the Baphomet, I think it's a Western thing, right? I think it's a Western thing here. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I read a lot and now I'm going blank. But nevertheless, the Baphomet, I wrote it. Let me see. What did I write on this piece of paper about the Baphomet? Oh, no wonder. Okay. I can't see without my glasses. Now, I wrote on the Baphomet. And this is what the Baphomet is. You might be surprised. The Baphomet is a humanoid. It's a humanoid figure. It is both animal and human. It has a goat head with wings and both male and female attributes. It also is associated with wisdom, hidden knowledge, spiritual enlightenment, magic, rituals, and spell casting. And the pentagram, I didn't write on it because the pentagram has 5 points. And the 5 points could be the human body, and it is the north, south, east, west, and spirit. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, but when you draw the pentagram, it is the way that the lines are supposed to connect evenly and straight. So you just can't draw it. You got to draw it exactly where the measurements are. So a lot of times when people practice that kind, it is drawn permanently.
Yes.
It ain't like you know, it is drawn permanently. So, and yes, we've even had pictures. We had pictures of people worshiping them. A lot of people. But when you begin to understand things, it makes sense. However, you got a lot of Christian people out there that's commentators that feed on this foolishness.
Oh, yes.
And I'm telling you, the day I see Lil Uzi or Lil Lucifer rise from the stage, hold his hands out, do some craziness, then I shall believe. But that is not going to happen. It isn't. Why? Because every major star that made it has practiced. Yep. Beyonce.
Yes.
Taylor Swift.
Doja Cat.
Everyone. Name
Rihanna.
them. Rihanna with that umbrella. You seen the Baphomet. They all worshipped it either by the sign. Either way.
Or.
They all worshipped it in their videos. But within the last year, or no, I'm going to say within the last 6 years, and I could be off, they started bringing it to the stage. What was the guy that did that show? They had a fit about it. Lil Nas X did it 1 year, and then it was a white guy. What's his name?
Was it Sam Smith?
Sam Smith. So this is it. And what I think is a shock value. The thing is, everybody complain about it, especially Christians, and I want to get on that for a minute.
Okay.
It's this YouTuber. I adore him. I really do. He's so cute as a button. He talks about this stuff, although he believes, according to his faith, he believes, but this is a Western thing. So Christianity believes in a lot of this. You take this religion around the world, a lot of people don't believe in this. They just don't. A lot of Judaism, depending on what sect it is, they don't believe in this. Am I right?
Yes,
so
you are correct.
A lot of it. So when we're looking at it, we're truly saying that they are possessions and things like that. However, I'm not saying there is not darkness. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that anybody can't be possessed with a word, a thought, or a deed. I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying to say Satan or Satan and looking for that, I think that's religion. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's religion. And I even pulled it up on AI.
Yes, you did.
It's a religious thing. So I know people believe it because they are part of the Christian faith. And I think Muslims believe in this. And so they see anything outside of Christianity is Satanism.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, a lot of people that goes to these shows, even now, you see, no matter what, even what blasphemous words Beyonce said. This is what's so curious. What blasphemous words Beyonce said about her menses. Yes. People still flock to her in groves. And she denounced her faith, but yes, that don't stop anybody. It is known that she has a church that worship her, but that don't stop anybody. She sings about what she feels in her music, but that don't stop anybody either. She wants to rule the world, but that don't stop anybody. But you get Lil Uzi Vert, and then it's like you can see it in him, the double standards.
Yeah, you're
double standards. You don't see it in Taylor Swift, but she did a video. What was the name of it?
Yes, the anti-hero.
She's done it. They all have done it, right? Even Eminem, Snoop Dogg, you name it, they've done it. Why? I think I believe it's a part of Hollywood initiation. And also, I can guarantee you this, what they are doing when they are doing this, they are playing with frequency.
Yes.
This is what they are doing. And he said at his concert, which I heard, that you all here, so you go to hell with me. Paraphrasing, yes, right? Putting up my quote, but I may not be quoting him, but he did say, we're here, we're going to hell. None of them went to hell. They all came home and if something happened, I'm going to say the large percentage of them made it home. We didn't hear anything bad about his concert. This is all propaganda to get you to buy,
Okay.
to get you to go to their show, to get you, what do you think?
Yeah.
If he said, I don't worship that. So if he doesn't worship that, why won't you believe him? Because people are drawn to the unexpected. They are drawn to it, even the Christians. Why are you looking at it?
Yes.
If this is such an abomination, why are you showing it to the world? These are the Christian commentators. Why are you showing it to the world? If you want to be accurate, this is the thing about people, to me, when it comes down to religion. If you're going to walk it, walk it. But the Bible says, the King James Bible, that's the original one that I know of, says, or the American Standard says, he says, don't touch it, don't go near it, don't look at it. What did he tell Adam and Eve in the garden? Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Don't go near it. Stay away. So when I see commentators looking at it, and fascination, you're just as guilty.
Yes.
Because you're spreading it to the world. No one would never know if you didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
So I see these double standards all over the place.
Yes.
People that says they know the Bible, but they have very lack information. They just go by what they've seen in these crazy movies that get your head twisted. So when you see a devil or you think it, you just believe that.
Yeah.
Do you know there is a large part of Judaism that don't even believe in Satan or demon possession? Baby Crone, help me.
Okay. Well, I just find it very interesting that people just, well, that just shows you the duality of the earth, because
the duality, everything. Thank you, Baby Crone.
Yes,
everything is duality. Good and bad, evil and good, up, down, light, dark, sun, moon, you name it. Yeah. Everything is dual. And in this dual place, this dual planet in which we live in, we have to always choose. Right? Now, the secret thing is, I know he said something, I may not be quoting him right. He's saying to me, I'm paraphrasing, all I know is this is what I worship. And my girl from City Girl, she wasn't a believer, but she's a believer now. And all I know is my 5'4" self, I can get women to do what I want them to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So when he's practiced this Baphomet, which I think he's practicing, I think he said so, he practiced this because he's doing spell casting. Okay. So I don't know. I might have to go in and search and look and dig in for myself to come out, because there's no way I can teach on something I haven't had my hands in. So I'm going to have to go in and be an investigator and see what happened. Are they becoming successful?
Yeah, that's the question.
It's proving that this phenomenon that they're in, it makes them prosperous. And as long as the media or Hollywood can keep you afraid and keep you thinking, oh, it's demons. Oh, they're possessed. Oh, he taking them to hell. Do you really believe in hell? Because the Bible said so. You heard this 1,000 times, been said 1,000 ways. Okay. Who wrote the Bible? Man wrote the Bible, and allegedly inspired by God. This is what we heard, right? Well, my question is, if God wrote it, why is it confusion?
Okay.
Because the word of God says God is not of confusion. So why do you have Judaism, Islam, and Christianity? And don't forget the secret societies, because those are beliefs and faiths also.
Yes, they are.
So when you're thinking about the Illuminati, they conjure, they do things too. So what Lord usually doing, Lord Lucifer, what he's doing is he's probably doing what he's done when he saw been into those meetings.
Yes.
You can get a frequency, and I've heard that it's been said that when these Hollywood elites get together and that they party, they can bring down this energy where they start acting bizarre, crazy, doing crazy things, just sexual in nature, just crazy. So, but we know frequency, you can do that.
Yeah.
If I put a song on right now, if I put a song on and I let that music play, and let's sing, I put on Rock-a-bye Baby on the treetop, sooner or later you'll be like,
That is true.
You will drift off to sleep if I play it long enough, or you'll find yourself getting irritable, or you'll find yourself saying, why we got to keep listening to this? Because it's going against what you want to do. Yes. Your body might start to feel relaxed, and that may be not what you feel. So this is all frequency. And you know, Baby Crone and I talk about frequency all the time.
Yes, we do.
So is there anything else? Now, before I go any further, I truly don't want you to think that I don't believe in negativity. Yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, I do. I'm not saying that there is no such thing that a person cannot be possessed with a thought. I'm going to prove it to you. When you're in love, right, and the love affair breaks up, you find that you can't move on. You've been attached. You can't move on. The person and you are over. Here it is, 3 months and you're struggling. 3 months, you're still sick. You're trying to make it. Why? Because you are obsessed or possessed with the thought of that person.
Yes.
Am I making sense, Baby Crone?
Yes, you are.
So you can be possessed with a thought. And a possession is once something have a hold of you, it rules your mind. What do you mean? You think about it 90% of the time. You wake up with it. It's like having the blues. It just follows you wherever you go. Am I right?
Yes,
it can cause not eating. And then when you have negative energy, that compounds it because now it's like you're reacting. So just like people that has been hurt, they react. They do crazy things. They'll break out your window. They'll stalk you. You know, It goes further. For somebody that is not on the wickety whack side, they may lay low, be depressed, listless, don't want to do anything, don't feel well. And they can be in that condition for years. Am I right?
Yeah, that is true.
So this is possession. So I do believe I was just using that.
Yes.
I can use anything, something that you can relate to, because I don't want to take you down scary lane. That I can do, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to get you to see that this door, I could have done something spooky, but why? You already on a spooky frequency.
Right.
But I'm just saying how this works. I hope I'm making sense.
Yes, you are.
So I am not in no way saying that I don't believe in negative energy or negative entities. I grew up in I didn't grow up in well, I spent my young years from 5 to 7, 5, 6, 7, 3 years and a half. Because my family moved out just before my birthday.
Okay.
So I spent almost 4 years in a haunted house. So I know that it is real. Okay. So no one has to tell me, oh, it's not real. I'm just saying that is religion. Mm-hmm. This is the negative part about religion because it stifles you. It makes you look at things one way. And no matter what anybody says, you see it, they are demons.
Yes.
Like I said, Lil Uzi, Vert, Lil Uzi Vert has not levitated. He have not walked across the stage. He have not done no magical tricks. He has done none of that. No. Has he not? And even if he had, I would say, what kind of magic?
That is true.
And you know, it would make news because people would run out of his concerts.
Yes.
If he did something really wicked, he's just playing on, this is the moment. This is money. Mm-hmm. This is money. This is making him famous. He's hitting it and you all falling for it because you got the Christians saying it's satanic. This is God. They're going to hell. How is he going to hell? What did he do? What did he do?
He didn't do anything.
What did he do? What did he do to deserve a spot in hell? And why is it we're so quick to put people in hell?
That is
a burning flame of fire that burns forever. And they probably he probably only been here 29 years, and you're going to give him the rest of his spiritual life. I just would like for us to sometimes think about, what is the scripture saying? What are they saying? You know, and why? Okay. It's all there to inflict fear.
Yes.
To get you to submit, because as long as I have you in fear, yes, you're under my thumb. Mm-hmm. As long as I can put a devil before you and tell you he's real, I got power over you.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Do that make sense? I am not bashing no religion at all. I'm just saying this is the root, and this is the rod, and this is where it stems from.
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes, that is clear.
And the number one religion that I know for a fact is demon all over the place. And that is Christianity, because I grew up in it. Okay? So it's nothing you can't tell me, because I was a minister and I know the word. I've been to school. So it ain't, I mean, I'm not saying it ain't nothing you can't tell me. That's not true. But what I am saying, you can't give me a new gospel.
Okay.
It is what it is. It is a way to control.
Yeah.
And control how? By fear. Because as long as you're afraid, you're limited. You're limited. So I'm going to look a little closer into Baphomet, and I'm going to tell you more about it once I get into it more.
So what card would we want?
I'm thinking about that. Did you think of something? So I'm going to run cards on him. And what is it that we want to know? And I hope that I didn't offend anyone, but I just hope that I'm just giving you a way to look at things. So yes, we won't be so gullible. You know, see, to me, the moment he says, damn, I would be like, I know that.
It's a good song.
I don't know if it's a good song. I know it's got a current that makes me do that. And he said it. Mm-hmm. He said, you fuss, but the moment you hear it,
yes,
you go ballistic, because he's hitting a frequency. And he knows if I put the upside down cross, if I do all that, but I tell you one thing, if a black demonic force, because that's what they believe, let me say, if it's a black shadow walked across that stage, he will pass out, or they all would start running.
Mm-hmm.
So please be careful to what you believe.
Yes. Could our question be
whatever you want?
Is little Lucifer initiated? Or was this like his initiation? First off, this is a good point, because this is something he did back at Rolling Loud in 2023. So this was almost a year ago, because this is back towards the summer. So the fact that people are still talking about this event till this day and claiming he's a Satan worshiper.
He worships the Baphomet, which I told you what that was, right? And it is the goat. It's the headed goat. And also it is the Capricorn.
Yes,
but it's also the Capricorn, but it's also the escape goat too. Mm-hmm. So we running late. This is going to be a long read, but I really want to go in there. And I really wanted to try to, before I do this reading, make some sense out of it. This is all propaganda. Yes. Is it real? Yes, it's real. How real is it? He's walking around and telling us, I don't believe in this. This is clickbait.
Yeah.
This is clickbait. I'm getting your money. And like he said, you all complaining, but I'm making the money and you at my show. Yeah. Why? Because he's putting on a performance. However, I listened to some of his music and I like it. So he's got the music.
He does have the music.
He has the music and he has the gimmick. He has what it takes to get you. He's hitting a frequency. And he's like people said that if they go to a show and if he does something weird, they'll leave. No, you're in it. You're in it. You're going to be caught up in it.
Yeah.
It's a frequency, people. Baby Crone, is there anything you want to say?
Nope. Other than if you don't believe, well, if you want to look at another case of somebody else who can do this, a very good example is Travis Scott.
He's also one that has practiced. He works with the Baphomet.
Mm-hmm.
And so does Rihanna. I don't know if she still does, but I know that it was in her video with Umbrella. Wasn't it the umbrella?
Yes.
You have to look fast because it was like in silver or platinum, whatever that color is.
It was flashing like black and
white,
behind a triangle too.
And then she folds her body in that Baphomet. And even Black China had Baphomet on her thigh.
Yes,
she had it removed. So either they practice, most of them practice it, but they show it in their music. I don't know. Here's Taylor Swift. I don't know if Taylor Swift is any of this, but I know that she had to do a video because she have a video where she's dealing with this darkness. Very much so satanic.
Yes, and even in one of her videos, she said the old Taylor is dead. So,
see, so we got it. So anyway, what card we going to pick for him?
Maybe the magnifying glass. No, maybe the man. So you're not sure what card. Or he could be the writer. How about a tree? The snake? But we don't want to call him a snake.
The man.
Okay, the man.
Because I was thinking about the moon. Okay. But these cards may show up. So if I don't know what to exactly choose, then I just go with what is. Here is one.
Okay.
So we got the man. So that's 28. All right, here we go. We got the scythe. I'll read them, Baby Crone. Oh, what's that? I think that was there. Yeah, man.
Wow, interesting. The polar bear came out again.
Was it this? I don't remember.
Wow. Okay.
All right, here we go. So, and let me just take this and put this on top. Okay, so what we want to find out is, who
is Little Uzi?
I don't know who is Little Uzi because he go with the city girl. And he said that she believes him because she there when he did the music and she understands what it means. You got all the cards?
Almost.
So I'll call them 24,
okay,
34, 33, 10, 7, 15, 28, 42, 12, 11, 26. And this card, I don't know. I hope you have it out there. I hope you can follow me. Please get your cards. Get your Letterman cards. They will still have the same number. No, they won't. You would have to get the Levine.
Yes, the Gilded Revere.
Revere, because that has the extra cards. So if you want to follow me, please get your cards so we can look at this together and see what we all come up with. We ready?
Yes.
So anyway, this is, I'm trying to think, is he a Satan worshiper?
Okay.
Okay. Do I think that there is some kind of possession? Yes. Yes. So what kind of possession? With some darkness. Why? Because you would have to be in a dark space to do this. To even, what I mean is to tempt it, to tempt fate like that. You understand? What do you think?
Yeah, that is true.
To tempt it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying to tempt it. He's tempting it and he's saying it's paying off. And it is. So nothing bad has happened to him. He's like, this is paying off for me, right?
Yes.
Here, I see it comes in on the top. This is lucrative. This is money. He's making money over this because Christians continually feed it.
They do.
They continually give it legs.
They do.
And until the day we just act like it don't matter,
yes,
it'll stop being a thing.
Correct.
But the Christians can't.
No.
They just can't, because they always got to put somebody in a hell. It's got to be a hell. Even though, just because this guy has got a gimmick, this is money, because he's got a gimmick and he's making money, then he's got to go to hell. Now, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that don't believe what I say, and they're going to go against me. I understand it, because they're limited in their training and they're limited in their thinking, because they're believing in religion. I'm not coming to you from a religious point of view. I'm coming to you from a scientific point of view, or what is the word? A realistic, like rational thinking, and scientific. Scientific part, they're working on its alchemy. What do you mean? They're doing alchemy. They're playing with the elements. They're playing with frequency. And because we're in the age of Aquarius, it is easy now to tap in these things. And you're going to start seeing it more and more. And it's going to become normal.
Yes.
People love it. They're flaunting it because they're telling you it brings them wealth.
Yes, they are.
But if I can keep you scared, and if I can put on a show, everyone, look, why would Doja Cat mark up her body?
Yes.
Is it satanic? It's not satanic to me. It's just negative energy, because in Christianity, to wear a tattoo is an abomination. So this is what I'm saying. So when you don't know, we do think in Christianity, if you put up a Christmas tree, that's an abomination, because you're worshiping gods. Look it up.
Wow.
Look it up. You didn't know that?
No, I did not know
Look
that.
it up. You're worshiping gods. All right. So back in the day of Christ and before Christ, there were many, 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 many gods on the earth.
Yes.
Okay. So without going deep, it's just that I'm reading, but this guy has really just, because when I when I hear what people say, I'm like, why are you giving this leg? This is just someone that's tampering with frequency.
Yeah.
You know, to make money. Also, I see, this is 24. I see love. So let me go on. I don't know how this fits in this, other than he loves what he do. Or he could have a girlfriend that he's initiating in.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me, because he said he's bringing her in.
Yes, and the city girls did part ways, because the other city girl was with Diddy, so
that's why they broke up. That's why she wasn't there.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what I see here, I see a cage, a gilded cage.
Mm-hmm. Also a 3.
A 3. 33. That's a very, go ahead, talk about it.
Oh, no, I was just going to tap on that. It was very fitting for the first card, because
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that he symbolized using 444 and 222.
Ooh, you just brought it to my, and I looked that up.
Yes, you did.
And what he did was he struck a chord. You see, it's 444 and 2222. He had 4 4s or 3 4s?
3 4s and 3 2s.
The 2 2s equal out to be the 6, and the 3 is the 444, because in numerology there is no double digits. So there is 4, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you take 1 and 2, you'll have a 3. And that 3 is a sacred number. It is the number of duality. It is the number of magic. It is the number manifestation. Go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes, and it also
this is deep.
Right, brings in unity. It talks about trinities, basically, because it's 3. And that represents a foundation. It's like even more structurally stable than having a square or something with 4, because 3 is really solid in the spiritual realm.
So the number 3, and here is the number 33. And Jesus died on a 33. Why? Because the 33 is the number of, what is that? What is the name of it? Not the Illuminati, but it is.
Oh, was it the Masons?
The Masons, the high order, and Masons were builders. Okay, so they built in the East Coast. They built in the United States. They were kicked out everywhere, but they built. If you look at the layout of, and they're all over. These are the Knight Templars. They were all over the place. So if you, because they was barred out everywhere. So by America being new, they were the ones who built and did the plans for Washington, D.C. And if you look at it, Washington, D.C. is in the shape of a what? A pentagram.
Yes, it is.
So this is all magical codes, numbers, all of that, because they knew the power in numbers and in codes. So he's telling you that the number 3, now this is the number 3. Now that 33 is the highest order of, what is it? The Mason or whatever it is. You know what it is. If you don't know, just look it up. I can't, it's the 33 number. I can't, the Masons, it's the highest order is 33, right? So Jesus died at 33, right? At the pinnacle of his life, he died. You got it? So this 33, because 3 is the magic number. So whenever it's double, like 3, 3, that's more power. 3, 3, 3, that's more power. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. It does. There is something called the 3rd degree Masons. So they just have different levels.
Different level. The highest, I'm talking about the highest degree. The highest degree is 33. And because this is the manifestation number.
Yes.
This is the number that you manifest with, the number 3. And so like I said, so if you have 3 and you have 33, that's more power. Right. If I had 333, it's more power. I hope you understand. Now that we understand that he is dealing in magic, I don't want to call it magic. I want to say he's dealing in the arts because it's a science. Okay. This is not like when we call magic, it's like hocus pocus, billicky pocus. Poof. It's not that. This is an art.
Yes.
This is a science that the world don't want you to know, that the Bible don't want you to know. And the Bible is filled with this, but they don't want you to know. So underneath of it, I see a scythe. What is a scythe? But a scythe, this scythe is on the inward. So this has got something to do with cutting. Also, I see a serpent. I'm going to get into it. I just don't quite know where it's going yet. So I see a serpent. Now let's go back. Here we go. Now, when I go back, and this is a past, so I'm reading in his past, and in his past, I see the fish. So we know he's doing this because this is bringing him in big money. Yes. He's being obedient to the powers. Somebody's teaching. So he's being obedient to the powers, and he's saying, it's bringing me money. So you can call it Satanism. You can call it what you want, paraphrasing. You can call it what you want. But it's bringing me money. Yes. And you know what? Everybody in my audience, if you're here and you know what? If we're going to hell, then you're all going with me. And he is correct.
That is true.
So let me take you on a burning trip to hell with my upside down. And another thing, when it comes down to the crosses, many of you may have heard this. I don't know. Don't resent me. Just take what I say with a grain of salt. But I'm just trying to add some light on the situation that is so deep. Why are you concerned about a cross? If you believe in Jesus, your Messiah has risen. Why are you worshiping the dead? Why would you want to wear a cross? That's just like you wearing your mother's coffin or somebody who's died close to you. Why? Why would you want to wear his coffin around your neck? It's crazy to me. But that's what I'm saying. And he never told you to worship the cross, nor did Jesus ever tell you to worship him, but you do it anyway. He said, worship God, worship Hashem, worship Jehovah, Yahweh. Don't worship me. Who listens?
No one.
So now we worship a cross. It's a symbol, but that cross got a whole lot of other symbols to it. So if you start looking up symbols, you're going to see the cross has got a lot of meanings to it. Okay. Also, I seen the serpent. So here I'm seeing there's a love affair, there's money, and I see a scythe. So if this is in the past, I'm going to say that the doors has been opened. Somebody gave him a secret number. He could have been initiated. He could have known somebody or whatever. And I think that I don't know how the scythe fit in. But the scythe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to that. But I definitely see the scythe and I see the serpent. Okay.
Could the scythe represent reaping his benefits because it also represents cutting things down for harvest?
I was thinking about that.
Especially because we have the fish, which represents
absolutely. But I was already over there looking at the whip and or the scythe could be also, he said he come from a very religious background. The scythe could also cut the relationship with his family, that he does this. Because if I was a Christian, and when I was a devout Christian, I lived it. When I was a devout Christian, if anybody act demonic, they were cut off for me. I did not walk with them. I did not deal with them. Why? Because the word of God says, don't touch that unclean thing. So I would depart from myself. It wouldn't matter if it was a family member. Even if it was a family member and they were being like Satan and calling themselves Satan, I would not be a part of them at all. So maybe that could be it too. What do you think?
That could definitely be it too.
What else?
Because that would definitely tie into the snake about how his
deception.
Yes, deception, or maybe his family feels that.
Because he said he was a Christian. His family is Christian.
Mm-hmm. So he could be going against his morals.
Morals and that's what I'm thinking. And being deceived. Far as the family is. But he's saying, I don't care if I'm going against my faith. I'm making money. So if I'm making money, then it can't be bad. I'm up on this stage. I'm singing this music and I'm still here. My face marked up. I got a drilled hole in my head. I'm doing this somewhere in the upside. Ain't nothing happened to me. So this is because I don't worship Satan. I worship the Baphomet. Is that clear?
Yes, that is clear.
I understand this. So now when we go here, we see the 15. And I'm thinking this is a bear. And I'm thinking something about him could be very lovable, very enduring. Also, I see a compass. Baby Crone, what you coming up with? Because I'm getting ready to go in. Because what I'm trying not to do, I'm trying not to go in on a satanic thing. Because if you look at the cards, it's riddled with it.
Okay.
What you say? Let me tell you what I said. What I mean. I see the gilded cage. I see the scythe. I see the serpent. I see the compass. And I see this. But if I had to pick three negatives, I have this. I have the whip and the broom. I have the scythe and the serpent. The serpent could also mean that he's being deceived. The serpent could also mean he's under a contract. The serpent could mean that this is something he has to do. He signed the contract.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But I do get the impression that he's a sweet person overall. Small, but big. Because when Baby Crone and I saw him, we said he seems so big, but it is said that he is 5'4". And so a compass. So therefore, there's birds. So there are people that flock to hear him, flock to see him, no matter what. And because America, the United States of America, we are on 3 religions, and that is Christianity. Well, let me go. Judaism, because that was first. Yes. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, because they are there. That was probably a lot in his audience when he's doing this. So, because these are the people that have a lot to say are Christians. Why are y'all over there? That is the funniest thing to me.
Question.
Yeah, why? So I think that it could be somebody that wants to eat. It could be somebody that want to come up again and cut his ministry down because they feel somebody religious could feel as though that this is an abominable. For a religious person, it is. It is better to be spiritual than be religious, in my opinion. So then we have the whip. I think that he's being whipped with this because he said, don't ask me about it. I don't want to talk about it. Why are you asking me? Okay, right?
Yeah.
So he's being whipped with what he does because I think somewhere inside of him it's a contradiction. Mm. It's got to. It's got to. How can you how can I stand before thousands and thousands of people with an upside down cross going against my own ancestry and do this? It is in that sense an abominable. But everybody who goes to the concert is abominable unless you're going because, like me, I'm going because if I were to go, I want to see it. I want to experience. I want to know what that energy feels like so I can come and tell you. Right? Okay, you might say that makes no difference. Well, the Bible says that Jesus went down into the sinner man's house. Okay. He told Zacchaeus to come down out of that sycamore tree because he was going to come to his house. So Jesus did dine with sinners to see where they were. Okay. And at the table, many of them got saved. So it isn't nothing wrong or to minister. But how you going to minister to somebody in a big old concert when the music is blaring and people are in a hypnotic state? Yes. I'm just saying I've never seen anything like that. So I want to go. I'm wrong. I went to a Beyonce concert and I left that concert feeling like, yes, I'm a woman. Hear me raw. I left out that concert like for real. I left out her concert feeling like I'm a woman. I'm in control. I left her concert feeling that way. It lasts me for 24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
This is before this is the lemonade. But that's before I didn't even know what she was saying in it. And that was the concert when the guy sang, when he was talking, what's his name? We like his music, the gay guy. He's tall and he's from New Orleans.
Oh, Frida.
Big Frida. What was the song?
Let's see.
What album was that? I was at that concert, and at the end of the concert, she sang Purple Rain. And I mean, when I left that concert, I felt so like power.
Yes, it was the song.
Was it Lemonade?
Yes, from the Lemonade.
And I was kind of disappointed because I wanted to see some of her old music. She really didn't do a lot of her old music, but she did some, but she was really promoting that Lemonade, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm saying I would like to know the frequency.
Yes.
But if I were to start feeling ill, or I would leave, and I'm sure, but it's masses of people at his concert. Also, I think with him, there's a lot of things about Lil Uzi. What's his name?
Lil
Uzi Vert that you wouldn't know. Like there are things about him that we don't know, that we really don't know about. Let me go to another card. I see a well, and I see with him, still waters run deep with him. There's a lot of deepness. He seems like now I understand it. It's like he has cut himself off from Christianity. He has cut himself off from the way that his family think. He has cut himself off and he has chosen the way of money. Let me go another way. Okay. He has chosen the way of Cain. In other words, Cain went against what his father wanted. Cain of the Bible. He went against the ways in which he was raised, right? And so this is what he's doing. He cut it off. And that's what that well remind me of, deep water. So he has cut himself off. Do you have any questions?
My question is, Is he happy with the decision of cutting out Christianity?
Cutting out Christianity, because that's all he knows.
Oh. Fitting.
Go ahead, talk about
the
it.
hangman.
Go ahead, tell him what you...
that
separated himself.
Yes, and hung himself because
hung himself up. I'm sorry.
Oh no, as you mentioned before, that the hangman could also represent a thief, and they're hanging themselves up.
What is it? That card used to be the thief. That he hung himself upside down like Peter did. He hung himself upside down on the cross because he didn't fit himself to be worthy to be hung upright. That's why he hung himself. But this card used to be the thief. But Wyatt changed it into the hangman and made it an enlightenment. So, but when you see the enlightenment card, you also see a figure of a 4, kind of.
Yes.
And you also see that he's upside a halo around his head as a form of enlightenment. Because when you're upside down, all the water, all the blood and fluid runs to your head. Yes? So this is a separation. So we see that he has cut himself off from his root because he said that his family was real Christian. So maybe his father's a preacher or whatever, but he didn't say it was like he made it mean like they were really into it.
Okay.
And I could tell because how far out he is.
Mm-hmm.
What was your question?
My question is, how does he feel about his decision to cut off Christianity?
I think it's been a struggle. I think he has the war against his family. That he got to hear them, hear this, hear that. And it's to the point he's like, I don't even talk about it. They follow me. They come to my concert. I'm making money. I'm putting on a show. I'm doing what I'm paid to do. This is what they want. This is who I am. And we find fault with it. He says he's not a Satan worshiper.
Yes, he does say that.
But because it's Christianity, I have to accept their faith. You understand? So he is worshiping Satan in a sense, but Satan and Baphomet are two different things.
Is this not a picture of Baphomet?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And I'm double
done.
checking if that's the pentagram.
No, it is the pentagram. It's the 5-pointed star and the lines are done. North, west, east, south, and spirit. So this is the Baphomet. So I got it. So the devil is called Baphomet. Got it. I just got that. You got it with me. So the devil is Baphomet. So let me read it. So yes, has he been beguiled by the serpent? Yes. He's been bit by it. This scythe means he's having a point. Do he want to continue with this? He does not. This is something he chooses to do. And whoever with him understands because she said this is making lucrative money for him. This is something he's not. He could fade away, but he's not going to go away because it's lucrative. You have another question. Is his girlfriend changing over to it? Yes. She's feeding into it. This is something his family is for. Hell no. His family is against it. Do he see his family? Yes. He talks to them, but this is with a sword. They guard it with him. They think what he does is out of this world. They don't even understand why or how. This is an abominable. And as far as Christians are concerned, this is an abominable. So what they did, they made the Baphomet the devil. So in that case, the devil is Baphomet. His family is against it. He's turning his girlfriend on to it. This is something that I think he gets convicted. But what I would like to know, when he go to sleep at night and when he's alone, do it haunt him?
Yes.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. But do he be alone? No. No. He learned not to be alone. You understand what I'm saying? So because there's somebody here. So when he's going through, he ain't alone.
Yes.
Some of the cards show that the person is alone. He's not alone. So he goes through his darkness of the soul. Am I right? Yes. No. This is definitely according to Christianity and according to his faith of his family and of his ancestors. This is blasphemous. Did I say it?
Yes,
I said I didn't even want to call it, right?
No, you did not want to call
but
it.
I have to say it.
Yes.
And I'm saying either this is a course of a matter of time before he's cut down and swept away. Like it could be 4 or 5 years, I don't know. Or something might happen that may snap him back to lead this. For me.
Oh, I was going to have a question.
Okay. For me, if you're going to do this, I wouldn't do it just for the money. This is something you're selling your soul for. And many of them have sold out for the money. Yes, baby.
Yeah, speaking about the compass, I was wondering, does he feel lost?
Contemplate. I think it's got to get heavy.
Okay.
This has got to be heavy. This is in a meditative position. This is somebody who's, again, we have somebody who set himself aside, and I think he think about all this. And I think this is why he don't want to be reminded. This has got to be spooky. You have to be a spooky person to me.
Okay.
Something about you just got to be spooky when you put this stuff all over your body.
That is true.
It's a sellout in a way that it's not natural. Who would make a upside down cross, even though in retrospect, but according to the faith, who would tempt the faith like that?
Exactly.
Whether you believe in, like, no matter what, I'm never going to blaspheme Christianity or no faith. I say what I feel as far as what I've learned, but I'm never going to blaspheme no faith. That is reckless and dangerous. That
true.
Opens you up to a whole lot. Why? Because there's more Christians than you. Do you understand? So did you like this? Is there anything else?
No, I do not have any other questions.
So overall with Lil Easy, do I think that Lil Easy, Lil Lucifer, do I think, because he is, I mean, he has sold his soul out for this.
Yes.
He worshiped Baphomet, and he does it for fame and fortune. And many of them has gone the way of Cain. Many of them. And when I say gone the way of Cain is when you leave your father and mother's faith or whoever raised you and do your own thing. And it's in total opposition of what you was taught to believe. And you're in a danger zone. That's how I see it. And now, yes, the book has been opened. If you were to get into this, you'll get into this mysticism because that is what it is. And he is entrenched in it. Am I right?
Yes.
So this is all I have to say about it. I took a long conversation to really explain where I feel, and now I got his reading. So I do think that this love card here has to do with his girlfriend, because he did say that she now believes.
Yes.
And I'm sure she does, because I told you what the Baphomet mean. But it is into spell casting, conjuring, any faith, just like Christianity. Anything could go to the dark side. Yes? So how dark he is, he's dark. When you start wearing it, that means you've been consumed with it. But he's making the money. And what can you say?
That is true.
That's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It's a little long, but I hope you enjoyed this reading on Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Vert. How you say his name?
Lil Uzi?
Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Lucifer.
Yes.
Because that is what he's being. And he's happy with that. Just like Lil Nas was. Just like, what's her name? The one with the bat.
Oh, Doja.
Doja, they're in it.
Yes.
They done sold their soul. And they all do it. But to what degree? It brings them fame and fortune.
It sure does.
For how long? But once you're famous, it's up to them. So they got fame and fortune, and because of their belief system.
Yes.
And that's all I got to say about that. You agree?
Yes, I do agree.
Sunflowers.